super good, six-pack.
Yep.
He died.
Yep.
Colon cancer. So you might not even feel it. Pain is pain. Losing 55, 60,000 every month, the burn is insane. And the truth is, Singapore has one of the lowest screening rate and highest colon cancer rate. I don't know why.
Wait, lowest
Screening rate and highest colon cancer death rate.
The hospital said, yeah, I think you need to do a scope 2.5 months later.
Like, what?
What's up guys, my name is Gerald and today we have in the office Don Poh, CEO and founder of Curasia. Welcome to your office. This is where you work, right?
Yep.
You come here every day?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes. Every day.
So what is your, I think we all understand that we've done this for maybe, was it 2 years now?
2 years.
Oh my gosh, it's 2 years.
October 2021.
Time flies.
Yes.
Because I remember the first day you asked me whether I wanted to join this. I was on immediately. But I'm not sure whether you knew I had IBD then.
No, we were at my pool.
You didn't know
With
I
Shen.
had IBD?
No.
Really?
No. Yeah.
So what was your intention of having me on board? Because you knew that I was...
So we wanted friends as partners. I think the whole point of setting this up is a group of good friends coming together to create something that can benefit society. So that's the reason why all the partners in Curasia are friends. Could be my army friend, could be my secondary school friends.
Yeah. But I remember at one point you also told me that you didn't want anybody to join. You didn't want some hawker center store owner to join us per se. You didn't want a football player to join us per se, but you wanted someone who can kind of contribute to Curasia, someone who has assets, beneficial as a partner.
Yeah, so of course, reality is we need money for this whole setup. Just setting up one alone, I think capex, opex, looking around 2.5 million per endoscopy center. So I mean, everyone has money, but at the end of the day, is what's the intention of doing this? I think for yourself, because you know the pain of losing someone to cancer. So I know it since we were really close friends. So we are in the business of preventing people from dying from cancer. So I would say that people who join us has a innate reason to join us, not just for the money and stuff. Honestly, if you wanted quick money in medical, then aesthetic. But we're not in the business of forcing people to sign up for Botox packages. We're not like a make-do demand. You understand what I mean? We are here to educate. Hey, colon cancer is the number one killing cancer in Singapore or in Asia. Right? That's a fact. Number 2 for ladies. Right?
Is that numbers around the world also? It's not just Asia, right?
I mean, it's one of the top few, but let's look at Singapore per se. You look at all the government stats. You go to MOH website. It's the number one killing cancer for males, number 2 for ladies. So again, what is the only way, which is the gold standard, to prevent it or to treat it if you have? Is colonoscopy. So like I said, why we decided, you know, right? Just to share a story. So you know I have education business as well. Preschools, right? So essentially, you know, I came to hear that a young parent in mid-30s that died. That was, I think, before COVID, slightly before COVID, or close to COVID lockdown. It got me thinking, how can anyone die of cancer at such a young age? I mean, could he have done more? I mean, there's a lot of hospitals nearby. So honestly, I was ignorant. You know, when COVID is a lot of time, we went to research, colon cancer. The biggest profile, I mean, the biggest thing that I saw was, of course, you watch Black Panther? Guy he looked super good, six-pack. He died. Colon cancer. So, why? So upon more research, right, it's it's a silent killer. So you might not even feel it. Correct me if I'm wrong, your typical blood test might not even surface. The gold standard to actually finding out if you have issues is, I don't know, is by having a colonoscopy.
Yeah.
So upon more research, I spoke to friends in the public sector. Oh, the waits are long. That's why the guy I spoke about, he died because he was waiting in the public hospital. Before his turn came, he died. Is it a common theme? The sad truth is yes. Because you know we're not a welfare state, right? It's not like in the UK, like everyone. So we have tiers. Private, you pay more, speed. If you don't have ability, then you go to the public, but you have to wait. Yeah, so Curasia was born because of the gap that I saw in the market. I'm just thinking like, hey, so everyone in the heartlands, they're queuing up in the public hospitals because they are, the older folks will say, my parents, oh, I'd rather die than go to a private hospital because
the bills will kill you.
Yeah, I mean in Hokkien they say they'll talk.
Yeah.
I mean that is the number one fear, right?
Yeah.
And if you talk to all the aunties, so we wanted to eliminate this fear. Like, hey, doctors from private hospitals like Mount E, Gleneagles, hey, they are not that intimidating in sense. So Curasia was born because we wanted to bring these private specialists to the heartlands, which is why our first outlet was in Jurong East.
Yeah.
We wanted to help the people in the Jurong area.
Yeah.
So if the situation is bad in terms of their health and the queue is long at the public hospital and they are scared to go to Mount E, Gleneagles or any private hospital, Curasia is there for you.
Yeah. Basically bridging the gap.
Yes.
Because the private hospitals are supposedly expensive and the public hospitals, the queue is just so long.
Yeah.
So interestingly, my mom also wanted a scan. She wanted to do a scope. She was having abdominal pain, and this was last September. And what happened was, the hospital said, yeah, I think you need to do a scope. Let me give it to you 2.5 months later. I'm like, what?
Yeah, 2.5 months.
2.5 months?
Oh, that's considered fast.
Bro, my mom is in pain now.
So they're just telling you, if you can afford, then go to private. I mean, that is how the system is set. Like I said, we are not a welfare state.
Yeah.
It's not like the NHS in the UK. So how I see Curasia is, hey, your mom, you can come. If you want like private specialists, come to Curasia.
Yeah. Short
waiting time.
Yeah.
Full-fledged facility.
Yeah.
In fact, we have the state-of-the-art equipment that hospitals use as well. It's the same. So in essence, the difference is you get access to the top.
Yeah. What is the one thing you feel that people don't know? Because I think the point that you were driving at was quite good. You always say that the old people also don't want to go hospital, which is my mom, by the way. My mom really doesn't want to go hospital. She will go Chinese TCM. She will go to temple, but she will not go to private hospital. But she doesn't mind sometimes when she's really sick to go to a polyclinic just to do a blood test, but she will not go to private hospital. So what do you feel is the misconception between going to private and going to public hospital? Like in terms of price, what's the misconception?
No, of course. You talk about Mount E, Gleneagles, Mount Alvernia, Raffles. Immediately, it's like wow, expensive.
Yeah.
If I can say it another way, if you need to find a lawyer, and you see the address, Marina Bay, Raffles Place, you know that lawyer's going to be expensive.
Yeah.
Where you are located kind of defines the kind of price point.
Yeah.
Because let's be realistic, rents and all.
Yes.
So the impression that, okay, Mount E is going to charge a lot, Gleneagles is going to charge a lot, the other private hospitals are going to charge a lot.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't want to burden my kids, so let's just go wait in the public sector.
Yeah.
Even though most of the time they have insurance.
Yeah.
Which, to be honest, if you are diagnosed with issues that requires a colonoscopy, if you have insurance and a rider, I'm not an insurance agent, but common knowledge, you get up to 95% if I'm not wrong. And the balance you use MediSave. So essentially, it's still zero cash. I mean, that's if you have the top tier shield.
So I guess you're saying the misconception is that they feel that if I go to polyclinic, I don't pay anything or very little. But if I go private, bye life savings.
Yeah.
Which is wrong?
No, I mean for basic colonoscopy, like I said.
Okay.
I mean, if you have rider, and example, AIA Health Shield, top rider, public hospital, you get covered up to 95% if I'm not wrong. And then the 5% balance, you use MediSave. So honestly, you might not even have to pay cash. And you're already paying a premium. So I think a lot of education needs to go into letting people know, hey, if you have something wrong and you don't have time, because for cancer, right, time is of an essence.
Yeah.
Like a matter of 1 month can decide whether or not
Yeah.
you're surviving or the.
Let alone 2.5 months.
So you know about our pain when we started out. I met one doctor, a senior colorectal specialist. His first words to me were, "You are a bloody brave young man." Because we knew nothing about it.
Right.
What business do we have going into this?
Yep.
We're not setting up like a GP.
Yep.
We're setting up an endoscopy center, a day surgical center. What business do we have? But I guess is, the partners we came together, we knew that, hey, this is the vision. Save one life at a time. I mean, we used to joke, right? Kick colon cancer in the ass. Yeah, like that's the only way to kick colon cancer in the ass, which is to increase the screening rates, right? So the pain. We were losing 55,000 a month, 60,000 a month.
Yeah.
1.5 years straight.
Yeah. Startup cost lah. I mean.
Yeah, we were losing because we were new to this. We had to pay tuition fees. I mean, our intentions were good. It was for society, and I always had the belief that if you do something that is beneficial to society, and you create value for them, like what we're creating at Curasia, the business will come in. So we're never worried about whether or not this business will work. But of course, the pain is pain. Losing 55, 60,000 every month, the burn is insane.
Yeah.
Like whenever we have to get people in a capital call, sorry man, we have to pump in more money.
Yeah, your investors will also start questioning.
Yeah, my investors are my partners. Yeah, but thankfully, there's this one article, remember, on Straits Times? There's one article that kind of like, hey, gave us the light at the end of the tunnel. I think there's one article that says there's this 70-plus-year-old lady, Straits Times reported, by the way, had to wait 5 months for.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the one, right?
I remember that one.
And then by the time 5 months, it's too late. She had advanced cancer. She went to private, but then it's too late. Advanced. So let's ask the question: why do people have to die? If there's an option for them to get screened early.
Yeah.
Why? So that's why we set this up. So remember that article came out, everybody was like, you know what, we are doing the right thing. Let's just push on, screw it, just lose whatever.
Yeah.
We believe that in the long term, as long as we do good for society, things will turn into place. And fast forward to today, the vision is true.
Yeah.
We're at our second outlet.
Yeah.
We just opened our second branch, 2,000 square feet.
Lucky Plaza.
In
the heart of Orchard Road.
Medical suite, 2,000 square feet, and yeah. So.
Yeah, what is the vision? So is the vision to be everywhere in Singapore, or like are we going to target certain areas in Singapore?
The vision was always to open maybe 3 or 4 in the heartlands. Remember, we are not in the business of extracting max value from the rich, from the ultra high net worth.
Yeah.
We're here to plug the gap.
Yeah.
If you have MediSave, for insurance, come to us, we get you treated fast.
And if you don't, we still treat you fast.
Yes.
Cash.
No, we have cases like uncles, aunties coming in. They can't pay. Are we willing to take the loss? The answer is yes, we did. Because I asked my doctors, okay, can you do this? The guy don't have money. I know we're not running a charity, but it doesn't cost us. Machines are there. Rent's already been paid. Staff salaries already been paid. The question is the doctor. Can you give your time for free? Then the guy can. We do things like that as well in Jurong.
So which are the locations?
Okay, so essentially the next one we are targeting is probably either maybe Woodlands, Bedok or Tampines. Areas with
high
older demographics. Because, I mean, if you go to MOH website, anyone above 50, highly encouraged
Yeah.
to go for a colonoscopy.
Yeah.
It's like the gold standard. Yeah, and the truth is Singapore has one of the lowest screening rate and the highest colon cancer rate. I don't know why in Asia.
Really? Wait, lowest
Screening rate and highest colon cancer death rate in Asia.
Must be a Hokkien Mee, bro.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. So that's the thing. Is it because of the long wait?
Yeah.
Is it because of the fear, the intimidation of going to expensive hospital? I don't know.
So when people don't feel well, and they want to see a doctor, I think we mentioned about how people always want to go polyclinic or maybe a government hospital because it's more affordable, or private super expensive. But bottom line is, how do people pay for their medical?
So like I said, right, in the Singapore system, you have two choices. First is public. You go to polyclinic, they write you a referral, then you wait for your appointment to see a doctor in the hospital, be it Tan Tock Seng, Khoo Teck Puat, Ng Teng Fong. You wait for the appointment, and after the appointment, you wait for your scope. So like I said, when your mom said 2.5 months, your mom is lucky, 2.5 months. Yeah, of course, then this is the cost effective measures. But like I said, sometimes colon cancer, time is really of an essence. Okay, so what's your other alternative? You can go to other private hospitals, like Maui, Gleneagles, Mount Vernier, Parkway East, Raffles. You can go there.
Yep.
If you have issues, right?
Yep.
Probably your GP will refer you,
Yep.
and then you can use your insurance to pay.
Yep.
And then if you have the top tier, then I think you're covered 95%. And then
Do you have to be top tier?
No, you don't have to be. If you don't have top tier, then you pay a bit of cash if you go private. But I don't know. You can ask with your insurance agent.
Okay.
I think most of them should know.
Yeah.
But I'm on a top tier plan. I think you are on a top tier plan. It's not expensive. Honestly, it's like few hundred a year.
Okay.
Few hundred a year. So I don't buy your ILP investment link product. I buy health insurance. Okay, it's more important. So in essence, you go there. They claim I'm on AIA. So basically, it's pre-authorization. I don't even have to pay cash. AIA will settle directly with hospital. Okay, so at Curasia, right? Same thing. We have the system. We can claim Medisave. We can do your e-filing. I think the keyword here is e-filing. I think if we ask your insurance agent, they will know. Let us know what insurance plan you're on. We can check if you're a rider, blah, blah, blah. Then we can at least know, like, hey, okay, based on this plan, you don't have to pay cash. It's Medisave, if any, the 5%. But if you're on like a shield plan that is only for government hospital, then maybe you have to top up more. Example, 700-800 more in cash. So these are kind of things that I think patients, when they come to Curasia, we will do like financial counseling for them as well. Yeah, and we advise them. So in essence, we have two choices. You go for cost-effective measures, but you have to wait, or you go for the more expensive option, probably slower waiting time, but because of the sheer demand, there might be also waiting time in the private hospitals. It's not like immediate thing. But what's so special about Curasia is because we own our own facility. We own our own facility. We have an in-house doctor, so you don't even need a referral. You come to see us. If you really have issues, we diagnose you with issues, we can arrange scope for you. And again, our doctors are all private specialists. And they're all very good at what they're doing.
Are all our doctors here like full-time with us, or?
No, they are our doctor partners. So in essence, they are our panels.
Yep.
And they are our partners because, like I say, they believe in this idea.
Yep.
And they are partners, and some of them are shareholders as well. So essentially, we have the common goal. Basically, one of the doctor told me, right? When we are in public hospital, we treat everyone, regardless of background, wealth, age. But sometimes when you go to private, you're like stuck in the ivory tower because you only see rich people.
Yeah.
So it's good to go back and just give back what we were taught, which is why we have a fantastic group of private specialists. They don't have to do this, They can just stay where they are. But I really respect that they saw our vision, because we have a good what you call dream, a good rationale to do this, but we still need a good doctors to execute it. And thank God we had them. They believe in us. So if you go to our website, we see our doctors, you see them there. As things stands, Dr. Dennis Koh, this is one of the top guys. Professor Chong Chun Sing, Dr. Sharon, Dr. Paulion. Yeah. For us, like I said, we're not in the business of making a lot of money. If we wanted to, given your looks, we can open an aesthetic, upsell, Botox, whatever. we won't
Hey,
know.
what? You think I need some?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Thailand.
Yeah, I'm just saying. We are not in the business of creating make-do demand. The demand for scopes is here. The supply, basically doctors' scope is here. Only a specialist can scope in the private sector. So the gap is there. The gap is there. So like I said, we're here to bridge the gap. If we ask, at the end of the day, even if Curasia fails, that we manage to educate people about needing to scope to reduce the colon cancer death rates in Singapore. At least I think we hit our purpose.
Yeah, I won't say if Curasia fails. I would say even if Curasia doesn't get the whole market or doesn't do its even if Curasia isn't able to get the entire Singapore screening immediately or in the next few years, I feel like at least is a part in society where we get the message across. Short messages, whether it's podcasts, whether it's Instagram videos. I feel like it's important that people, like my mom, know that colon cancer is a thing lah. And the numbers are exactly like what you say, it's super high. And a simple scope gets you checked. You know immediately your results, or not immediately, you know after a short period of time your results, and you know whether you're safe. If you're safe, good. If you're not, do something about it.
Yeah, I mean I brought some stats here. Early detection of colon cancer is crucial. Like I say, time. The faster, the earlier you discover, the higher the survival rate. It's easy to understand. So I think for stage 1 to 5, stage 1, right? The 5-year survival rate is 85 to 95%. So stage 1, you find it, you remove, you can, 85, 95%. But stage 4 is less than 2 digits. So I think since colorectal cancer develops from polyps, so during the colonoscopy, right, if we find something that is detected, we will surgically remove it and then prevent any chance of it becoming a cancer altogether. It's a very simple logic. You put something up,
the scope,
and then you find something, you find polyps, remove it. If it's cancerous, do tests, remove it. So far to date, right, I think our youngest patient with cancerous polyps, 28 years old.
Stage what was it? Was it
I
early?
don't know,
Was
but
it
I
late?
think the good news is he survived it. Yeah. So far, we kind of saved close to around 7 to 8. Without this screening, they wouldn't have known they had these cancerous polyps. Like sometimes, if they wait extra 2 or 3 months more, it could be stage 4. So like I said, we had many people just coming in for normal screenings, and then they found out they were shocked. They look healthy, they look at me and you. For all you know, until I go for my scope next week, I might be open to this. So like I said, the only way, just check that you're not gonna suffer or die from this number 1 killing cancer is just go for a colonoscopy. It's really affordable.
So you know how when we were a lot younger, we always go for friends' birthdays, and then suddenly, all of a sudden, we just now or rather a period of time, we just keep going for friends' wedding. I don't know whether we're old, but I just feel like I'm starting to hear more and more friends like, hey, do you know so-and-so? Bernard from where and where? He got cancer. So-and-so, he's got cancer. Yeah, so I feel like as we progress in the stage of life, it's the unfortunate period now where I'm hearing all this, and I guess it's important for people to start screening and at least know your health status as opposed to just sit back, relax. If it happens, it happens.
I think the essence is, we all have families, we have kids. It's our own duty to just ensure that we are healthy so we can be there for our loved ones.
Yeah.
You know, even if you don't smoke, you don't drink, you live a healthy lifestyle, there's no guarantee you will have this cancer.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think some of your patients, the patients that we had here, some look perfectly healthy.
Yeah, saying Chadwick Boseman, the Black Panther guy, right? A-list, perfect body. He had everything going for him.
Yeah, colon cancer.
Yeah, silent killer.
Yeah. Another one person that I feel is quite, like, left a big impact on me, whom had also something similar, is the late Shinzo Abe. I mean, he didn't die from colon cancer or anything. So he didn't die from colon cancer, but a gunshot. But I remember he had IBD, which is something I had also. Not that colon cancer is part of IBD, but it's somehow a little bit intertwined in the late future if you don't get checked. But it's interesting how even the Prime Minister of Japan, you know, who has his top medical team in Japan, also can have something that is not what you wish for, lah. Yeah. So basically, my point is, it can happen to anybody. Yeah.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, we stick to our true purpose and our objective of starting this. You know, we kick colon cancer in the ass. We encourage and educate people, which is why we're doing contents like this. You know, just to encourage and just, hey, if anyone come across this video or this reel, at least it piques their curiosity. And it's like, hey, let me, you know, a normal indigestion, constant burping, constipation, hey, don't brush it off. Like, seriously, don't brush it off. Like, don't brush it off. You know, ever since we started this, I have no fear of COVID. Do you know why? Because I know the death rates are so much higher for colon cancer, but people are reacting to something that is less, I don't know what's the word, like less fatal. But if you look at the stats, I mean, all about stats, right? Honestly, number one killing cancer, silent killer, go for checks.
Who are the people that the government is recommending in Singapore to go?
Anyone above 50, if you have no issues, still go. If you have no issues. Anyone, regardless of your age. If you have abdominal pain, bloatedness, blood in stool, hey, it's a sign. Like, just go check. You know, these are the, I don't know about you, but I'm most freaked out or paranoid when I have stomach pains. A headache, I pop a Panadol. Anything else, I got flu, whatever. Your stomach is having issues. You can't eat. You can't sleep. Like what I had my first colonoscopy at 27. I have what you call massive acidity buildup. Because I was working really hard, so I didn't have my meals in time. I thought it was just normal gastric, but actually it's just massive acidity buildup. So I was exposed to this. So I wanted to check whether I have ulcer, cancer. I did it at Mount Alvernia. So in essence, like, don't brush it off. Don't brush it off.
How was your first experience for colonoscopy?
The thing, you don't even know. Like, honestly, mild sedation, you sleep. Next thing you know, you wake up.
No, before you go for the operation, what was your first?
No, it's
feelings?
like,
I know mine.
The person will talk to you. Are you ready? I'll put you to sleep. Okay. Next thing you know, sometimes you wake up. I woke up feeling a bit high. And after that, then I think you just want to make sure that, hey, it's my stomach. So like I said, like any part, right? Your leg pain, you pay Salon Pass, you go TCM, headache, your stomach, and you can't swallow, you can't eat, indigestion, I tell you, you freak out. No blood test can determine whatever. So you either go for a gastro from your mouth or colonoscopy from your rectum.
I'll tell you my first experience. So I think it was about, I forgot how many years ago. Seems like 5-6 years. But about 5-6 years ago, I first started going to the toilet. One fine day, I just kept going toilet. And I just blamed it on char kway teow.
Too much laksa?
No. I remember I was having char kway teow like 2 days before. I was eating, 2 days later, just started having diarrhea, and the diarrhea was like, I was going to toilet 5 times a day. And then it became like 15 times a day. Do you know how many times? 15 times? Bro, that's like every 20 minutes. Every 20 minutes you just go toilet, sit in the toilet bowl, and it was like peeing from your bum. Yeah. So when I had that, right, I remember going to the doctor, and I told the doctor exactly what I did. I ate something wrong. He said, okay, you know what, charcoal pills.
Yeah.
Then I went back, continued diarrhea, eat charcoal pills, still diarrhea. And then I went to the second clinic. Second clinic said, what are you doing? Go to the hospital.
Yeah, man.
So I went to the hospital.
Which hospital?
That was Mount E Novena.
Oh, at least you never queue up.
Never queue up. Because I smart. I know I got insurance.
No. And you know you're kind of in deep shit already.
Oh, no, I didn't know.
But really you were going 15 times.
I didn't know.
I think by then your ass
like maybe it's a really, really bad char kway teow.
Okay.
So I was diarrhea for 2 days.
Okay.
So what happened was I went to Novena and I was this elite athlete that was super healthy. I run faster than any friend I know.
You still got six pack, right?
I still have. I always tell my friends, very easy to get six pack. All you do is have no money to eat. Then you're very, very skinny. Sure got six pack.
Okay.
Yeah, anyways, I went to the hospital. I did a blood test and a stool test, and I really didn't expect much of it.
Okay.
Only to have the results within like 1 or 2 hours. Few hours later, basically, and he said, Gerald, I'm afraid you might have this thing called IBD. Like, what is it?
Okay, to those listening, what does IBD stands for?
So IBD is very different from this thing called IBS. IBD is inflammatory bowel disease. IBS is irritable bowel syndrome. So, I mean, the reason why I'm saying is because everybody knows a friend who has IBS. But interestingly, it is very different. IBD is an autoimmune problem. So your immune system, right in your gut, from my knowledge, your immune system in your gut kind of malfunctions and says, hey, look, there's bacteria, let's go fight it. It just fights itself. So it just fights intestines and it just becomes ulcers, it becomes blisters and it bleeds lah. So when I first found out about that in the hospital, I was devastated.
How old were you?
I was 30. I was 30.
Young.
So that was last year. I'm just kidding. No, so I was 30 a long while ago, 36, 37 years ago. And I was this invincible guy. I did every sport you can imagine. I ran faster than all my friends, but interestingly, I had this, and everything was going to weigh down on me. But I guess my point here is I wanted to talk about the scopes. So they said, you're going to go for a colonoscopy. We're going to send you for a colonoscopy now. And I freaked out because as a kid, my mom always educated me, don't go to Western medicine. Just go straight Chinese medicine. I go bring you TCM, poke some needles and you're fine. So I always did that lah. Panadol, cannot eat too many a day, otherwise you die. You know, your kidney will fail, your liver will fail. I don't know which one will fail lah. But anyways, they said they're gonna stick a probe up my bum, and I was super scared lah. But what was interesting was when that happened, I remember the only uncomfortable thing was first having to drink like 2 tubes of this.
It's called a bowel prep.
Bowel prep. Yeah. So I drank a lot. I took some enema to let your bum release.
So basically clear all your poo-poo before your scope.
Yeah. And after I did that, I went into the scope room. They gave me an injection, and I passed out. The next thing I remember was having a beautiful sleep, waking up, and I just felt like I got a good sleep.
Yeah.
I understand that some people, very, very few people get discomfort, but for me, I just have not had discomfort. I've done, I think, maybe about 6 scopes now. Yeah, and I do it every year lah, cause IBD, but I don't think people my age need to do it every year.
Yeah. I mean, end of the day, it depends on each individual. Like I said, you know, if you are prone to like indigestion, if you're prone to constipation, if you have blood in your stool, these are all like telltale signs. And of course, if your parents or your grandparents have died from colon cancer or have colon cancer, these are the
But
signs.
is it hereditary? Would you know?
Not that I know of.
Okay, let's ask
Not
the
that I know, but
doctors.
if your parents or your grandparents have it, then there's high chance of you might have it as well.
Okay.
So I mean, it's a higher risk.
Okay.
So we always ask patients like, hey, anyone in your family have this, is that, and that, you know. Yeah. So if you're above 50, you come, normal screening, go normal screening. Use your MediSafe, normal screening.
Yeah.
But if you are under 50, you have issues. For example, like you, sometimes like me.
Yeah.
Mine is like massive acidity buildup. I thought it was ulcer. Scared the shit out of me. I was 27, so I was like, hey, don't want to die, man. So I go for a scope. So at least the scope in essence is just like a camera. Just like putting through and then see.
This is long pipe, but
yeah.
it's like maybe the width of your finger.
Yeah. So equipments are all like from Olympus, Fuji. They're all like big camera companies. Yeah. So imaging companies.
Yeah.
So this is what you go through. I mean, like I said, if you ask me my recollection of my last scope when I was 27, I couldn't remember much.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no discomfort.
Yeah.
Just woke up feeling high from the sedation.
But before you went for the scope, were you worried? Like,
of course, I was worried that, hey, I'm 27. Why am I having tummy ache? Sometimes it's so pain that you can't even stand straight.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit,
Yeah.
It's like, I'm 27. I have a long life ahead of me. So of course, you just want to just pray, hey, God, just let this be good, please. I don't want cancer or whatever shit. Like, no. So of course, the fear is there. But like I said, if you don't even check, you don't even give yourself a chance of survival if anything happens. So at least you have a knowledge of what you're having now.
Yeah. I totally comprehend what you're saying. Every time you get a headache, then you Google, hey, I've got Google, what does pain in right temple mean? Brain cancer. Oh my God, I got brain cancer. Yeah, so I think stomach pain also, every time I Google also, like, you have colon cancer, highest risk in men.
Yeah, but now you don't have to, right?
I know.
Just call our doctor partners on WhatsApp call, video. You don't call them?
No.
Who? Always call them. Anyone from our doctor
partners. Our partners.
Just call them.
Okay, I've got a housemate. That's a surgeon.
Yeah, so you're lucky.
Ask him. But then again, I ask him for too much advice day to day. I say, hey, Sean, I've got headache. He say, I need to give you concrete pills.
Yeah.
You take this concrete pill. I say, what's concrete pill? Concrete pill because you needed to harden up, bro. Okay. Alright guys, that's all we have. Stay tuned as we dive deeper into colon cancer risk.
Yep. If you like seeing more of us, please like, share, and subscribe. Oh crap!
Yeah,
I'm becoming a YouTuber.
You're an influencer now, from the guy who doesn't have Instagram.
Oh yeah, I don't have Instagram, so am I a boomer?
Yeah. I'm very surprised you said that actually.
Okay, so I'm going to be the next Tan Jian Hao or KSI.